Heads up, if you have kids around,
Parental advisory is in effect.
this is the Bonus Bone Podcast with Lamont and Tonelli.
It's like water torture.
Baby Huey.
Shasta.
Welcome back, friends, to the Bonus Bone Podcast. Shasta, Lamont,
Woot
Tonelli,
woot.
Baby Huey.
Hey, by the way, today is the first podcast where I've been banned from putting my face on the camera because of the actions from the previous podcast.
Yeah, because you were making dirty.
Well, it's all in how you interpret it.
Right.
I mean,
Is it now?
What he was doing was not necessarily dirty. You
wasn't?
interpreted it as being dirty.
Right.
So it's my fault.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's open to
Sounded like
interpretation.
that was what you were saying.
Like if you flip somebody off in America,
Right.
all right, you're flipping somebody off. You're saying F you. But if you
Right.
go to a different country and flip somebody off, it might be saying good luck.
Yeah,
Or
but
you're
we're
number
all-
one.
We are all in the same room, so I think it's just equally offensive all the way around.
The way I
thought it was
looked
very
at it, I
creative.
was giving the sign for eating something.
Yeah.
I was hungry. I haven't had lunch yet.
Right.
He eats with two fingers.
So what do you? Yeah, exactly.
It signifies eating the middle of an Oreo.
Is
It's
that
international
what I
sign
totally
language.
International sign.
But I'm fine with this. I'm
Yes.
fine with my picture.
I think
Okay.
it's unfair.
So what do you call it on the air when somebody like cusses and they get in trouble? Double secret probation?
Yes.
Lamont's face is on double secret probation.
Well, that's been the case for years.
So this week, until he has been shamed properly.
I'm not going to stand for it. I will sit for it.
So if you're
You're
watching
in the
on
penalty
YouTube,
box.
or if you're not watching on YouTube, pull up YouTube.
Yes.
And you will see a cardboard cutout of Lamont. I'm not even kidding you.
This is what you're going to see every week from me.
A double
I'm under
major for
protest.
high tonguing.
But quite frankly, if you look at the picture, it looks equally dirty.
That's a great surprise.
He's
that
making
picture.
the O
No,
face, and there's a microphone
He
in front
didn't
of his O
expect
face.
the microphone to be put into his face. He was just going,
Oh my God! This is why you guys have been together for 3,000 years, because
Just saying.
you take up for each other
what it
no
looks like to me.
matter what, ride or die.
It's a mascot.
Deny,
Right.
deny.
All right, so today we're talking about saying inappropriate things and what might be in your phone that is inappropriate. If you were to die today, everybody knock on wood simultaneously.
Right.
If you were to die today, what would you want not in your phone? Like, Lamont and I have joked around for a long time that if I die, I'm like, you're in charge of the phone. You have to destroy it, burn it, run it over with a semi, throw it in the ocean, something. And that is because of the shit you send to me.
Yes.
It's all because of all the dirty memes, the
well,
gifts,
don't you
the
delete it when you
links.
get it? Can you delete it? I mean,
Well, because
you don't save it, though.
Well, here's the problem with that.
Does it
So-
automatically save?
No. It's because, like, Lamont and I, we have years.
A long list of things I text her.
And sometimes there is important information in there that might
See, that's
have to
the
do
trick.
with
You
work.
have to intermingle important stuff so she can't get rid of the other stuff.
That's the thing. So I would have to go through this year's worth of chain text messages and only delete the dirty shit.
Right.
Because I got to keep some of the other important stuff.
And you know what's funny about that? Because I only send stuff like that to people that I really, really, really like.
I should consider myself lucky.
You should consider
So you
yourself
trust
lucky on
you.
that.
this reframing that the two of you do, it's
But
amazing.
here's the deal.
I don't get those dirty deals from him. He doesn't trust me.
I actually sent one. This is a true story. I sent one to a guy, and I think it was either around Halloween where it looked like a pumpkin was sucking a big wiener.
There you go.
Or it might have been a guy who was a chef making his turkey, but he was basting his turkey on the counter, and he was
I understand.
really friggin' basting his turkey.
I understand.
So I sent this to a guy who is just as warped as I am, but I get a text back the next day. Hi, this is, and I forget the woman's name.
Oh, there you go.
I forget the woman's name, but you sent this to my husband and he died yesterday. And now she's going through his phone to find out who his friends are to text them. And that was the last text he had on his phone.
Yep.
This is my worst nightmare. This is my point. I can't even vocalize this stuff. Very similar to what you just said.
Right.
There's a lot of large members.
Let me say he was basting the turkey in a very unorthodox way.
Yeah, no, I think we all get.
Not the dead guy.
No, God, no.
No, that's how he died. No, I'm just joking.
Poor dead guy. God rest your soul, whoever you are.
So his wife found it. That was the first thing she found.
Yeah, that's
when she found out her
24 hours after the
husband.
guy
Yes,
died.
within 24 hours.
What was your response?
I said, "Oh, well, he's a good guy. He had a good sense of humor."
Oops. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Oops, my bad.
He was laid to rest.
BDB, I know, is also on your list of people that you send horrible, horrible stuff to.
Yes.
So I'm sure maybe he's smarter than I and he deletes it.
Oh, I guarantee he deletes what I send him.
Because what if Mrs. Black saw some of that stuff? I have a feeling she would not approve. I'll have to ask
That's why
her.
you got to trust the person you're sending it to.
Right.
Right?
I mean, truth be told, Jay doesn't see my phone. He could. He has the password to my phone, but he never goes in it. What if Jay opened up my phone one day and just saw your
the
text
nastiest
message?
stuff that I've sent you?
I mean, now I got to delete it.
Or some guy would say, "Hey, honey, you got to see Lamont's a great guy. Look at this, what he just sent me."
Right.
It could be that innocent, too. And then the wife's like, "Oh, what a douchebag."
And he would say, "Hey, why is he not sending me stuff like that as well?"
Oh, my God. You know what? I just realized something in real time. I'm having a panic attack.
What?
Cody's iPad is attached to my phone.
Oh, my God.
Excuse me?
Cody's iPad is attached to my phone.
So he gets the same text.
You just thought about that now?
I am in the cold sweats. No. I thought about it because I know the photos attached, but the messages pop up there too, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Holy shit.
Can he read it? Does he know how to read all that?
You don't have to read to see these.
He does not need to read.
Let me see the last one I sent you.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
This is outstanding.
Oh, my God.
You might want to destroy that account immediately.
Web we weave.
Oh,
Right?
no.
So
Let
like
me
every
see.
time a message, like it pops up.
Yes,
in
it
the
will
corner.
pop up on the screen,
Yeah,
too.
I'll give you an example. So, like this morning, I was looking
It
for a
pops up
picture.
another inappropriate text from Lamont.
Oh my God, I'm having a literal. I'm like, I can't even speak. I'm having literal heart palpitations right now.
Well, call him and tell him not to pay attention to any of that stuff.
Oh, that's the first thing he'll do then.
He doesn't know how to text. Like, I mean, because he can barely read.
Does he even know what it is?
He wouldn't know what a text message is. But if he texted me,
Well, it pops up on the top of the screen.
That's my point.
But he'll click on it.
He might just click on it, thinking like, "Oh, something popped up."
Would he be
and
able
then
to tell that the snowman's corncob pipe is a penis?
This is the last. This is
would
the
be the
last
safest thing
inappropriate
he's ever
one
sent
I
me.
sent you, and it was from a golf tournament, and it wasn't even me in the picture.
Oh, that's Tonelli in the picture.
That's not me. That is not me.
That's not
I didn't
you?
say it was Tonelli.
Oh, I thought it was Tonelli.
No, that's not me.
Well, you can use your
not.
imagination. I
Not
think
me.
it's him,
No,
but
I don't know what
not
you're
me.
talking about.
Yeah.
But that would be
I don't
one
know
of the
what you're talking
safer
about.
things you've ever sent me. Holy God. Okay, Cody's in rock camp, so I'm safe until at least I get home today.
Is it off right now?
The iPad?
Yeah.
No.
you just have to
No.
delete the messages.
Or
burn the iPad.
Or
Be
that
like
was
a
more of what I was thinking.
Mission Impossible, like self-destruct.
I know, right? I'm kind of feeling like that. Okay, so the reason this is funny. So Cody, if he does anything on his iPad, I all of a sudden see it on my phone.
Oh, what are you looking at now?
This is him in the airport when we had all of
okay.
our travel delays and cancellations. He's doing commentary. I just saw this today. I hadn't seen it till now. You could see me standing behind him, and I'm talking to the United person, and he is saying that I'm going to rip Delta on the air. That's what he's talking about here.
That's
he says,
wonderful.
"Oh, my mommy's going to rip Delta on
I
the air."
sent you pictures of the goats. That's okay.
Right?
In my
Oh, that's okay.
backyard.
Okay,
He
yeah.
must have liked that one.
Yeah.
Whoa, you didn't want to see this one.
Okay, so please make me feel better. Is there anything in your phone, Tanel or Huey, that like
Not in my phone, but I mean, I've texted the wrong people and emailed the wrong people. Like the group email is always.
oh, those will get you.
So
every
I
time.
just do reply to the person. I don't even reply all is off of my vocabulary.
And that button does not exist.
Does not exist.
That is smart.
I've gotten in trouble, not like huge trouble, but I've just been in embarrassing situations
Yeah.
replying all, especially if you're planning like a road trip with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And your shit's going back and forth, and he's on his work email. And then shit kind of hits the fan. So the worst text problem I think I had was that was a marital issue.
Gotta hear this.
It was a minor thing.
Minor
It wasn't that
marital
bad. I
issue.
was out to a luncheon, and I was supposed to be home in the afternoon. It was the day of the first or second day of March Madness tournament. So after the luncheon, this is in downtown Sarah. Everybody's going to the bar.
Yeah.
At that time, it was Lefty O'Doul's on Geary Street. TVs, beers, blah blah blah, and basketball, of course, with the final, not with the March Madness. And so I texted Lisa and said, "Oh, lunch is running kind of late. I'll be home probably about an hour after I told you I was going to be home."
Yeah.
I think she would. I said I'd be home like at 4. I said I'll be home like 5-ish. And went to Lefty O'Doul's.
Yep.
Well, that was part of the lunch.
But do they serve lunch at Lefty O'Doul's?
They do.
Oh, they do. Well,
Did you
That's
have
not
any
where
lunch?
we had lunch.
yeah.
But that's where the extended lunch was. And
The extended lunch. That's a good one.
so anyway, I had called her, actually. I'm mixing up my text. So I had called her and said, hey, look, blah, blah, blah. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking to her.
Yeah, for sure.
And
That
I'm
is
just
worse.
making the effort to say, hey, the lunch is running a little bit late.
Oh, yeah.
And I won't be out of here until, 4:30 or so. So then after...
She has to know by now that you were just drinking.
Right after I got off the phone, I texted my buddies and I said, hey, I'll see you at Lefty O'Doul's.
Oh, no. Oh,
I just bought myself an extra hour and a half.
oh, dude. Oh, no.
Right. But I wasn't texting my buddies.
Right. I gathered that.
You're texting your wife. I bought myself an extra hour and a half.
What was her response?
Well, she didn't text back.
Oh, God. Even worse. That's bad.
And I went to Lefty O'Doul's and I pulled out my phone a little while later and was doing something else. And I was like, holy shit. And so I didn't do anything. So once I realized my mistake, and I figured, well, I'm in. You're in for a penny.
Why even acknowledge it at this point?
You're in for a pound. Nothing good's going to happen if I call or text right now.
Yeah.
So you're getting the behind the scenes of my marriage to Lisa.
This is fantastic.
And,
God, I love her.
and so,
But there's no reason to delete these because she's already seen them.
Yeah.
So then, I went for it.
Yeah.
I didn't get home till about 7:30 with a 5-star heat on. And
Adding insult to injury.
and it just when I got home, I just explained things. I said, I know what I did.
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 She was not happy. She was just like, when are you going to learn? All you got to do is call. If you would have just said, we're going to Lefty O'Doul's.
Like, yeah, she'd have been
It's a
cool
lesson
with
you
it.
never learn.
Yeah.
I bought myself an extra hour and a half.
So, like when you're at home as a kid in your teen years, maybe early 20s, your mom is always like, all you had to do was call. Mm-hmm. All you had to do was call.
So you're telling me all these
So then
years
you
you've
get
never
married
figured
and your wife always, all you had to do was call.
Nope.
And it's a lesson you never learn.
Lesson you never learned.
Nope.
You just reminded me of something. I have to be very careful because this happened last week. I was on the phone with a friend of mine. Okay. And you know how, so your Bluetooth connects to your phone.
Oh, yes.
Right?
I know where you're going with this.
So he's talking to me about his wife.
Yes.
Who gets in the car, turns on the car, and then
now
all
the
of a sudden
Bluetooth is going to
the
her.
Bluetooth has connected.
You're not in the car. I've done that with Lisa.
Yes. Have you really?
But it's been innocuous, but I'm like, all of a sudden, my phone drops out.
Right.
I'm in my car.
Right.
Next to her at a stoplight or so because we're following each other.
Yes.
And then my phone drops out, and I'm like, what the hell happened to my call?
Yes.
Right? And then I don't know what happens with Lisa's phone, but she hears and she'll call me, who are you just talking to?
Yes,
And I'm just like...
Yeah, he was saying how his wife is turning into her mother.
Oh.
And she heard it through the Bluetooth speaker.
Well, he's done.
Yeah, no, it was
my God.
It was an awkward moment.
By the way, you might want to go back to March 29th on something I sent you. I'll show it to you right now, Paul. I'm going to pass the phone here
around.
because
Don't put it on YouTube. We'll
I
get
will not do it on. Okay, here we go. I'm turning down the volume even.
Their volume? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, here we
I don't
go.
even remember this.
Hit the play button and then you can show that to Paul.
I mean,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
can you see that from
That's
here?
a reminder.
Of my bachelor party.
Why don't you try to explain what that is?
You're smoking. Someone is smoking.
I'm not. It
No,
is not
it's
me.
not Shasta, but it's someone smoking without using their mouth.
Yeah.
Using another body part to smoke the cigarette.
Cigarette's still between the lips, though.
Wow, you're so delicate with your explanations. Very.
I want to see them blow smoke rings
Oh,
I've
God.
seen that before.
at your bachelor party.
Are you serious? Is that a real story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Lisa know
Oh,
that? And she
this
does
one
now.
does blow smoke rings to now.
There you go. It might be the same one. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Fired up an
There
ember.
you go.
Oh wow. That's talent. That's
You mean you didn't watch that when I sent it to you? What
no,
am I
I
sending
did.
this stuff to you for?
I did watch that. Unfortunately,
You better get that off your kid's iPad, though.
Now I'm panicking. I have to rush home and clean out his iPad, clean out my phone. What a pain in the ass. Do you get these text messages from Lamar? No.
No, thank God.
Count your lucky stars.
I can't trust him.
You're not You're not in his trusted circle that you get this kind
We'll
of crap.
tell you the chocolate milk story once we're off the podcast.
chocolate milk
Yes.
story. Is that from the
Don't worry
bachelor
about it.
party?
Yes, it was.
Oh God, I don't think I want to know.
Circle of trust.
Yeah.
Circle of trust.
I think we'd get
I'm not
demonetized.
allowed. I'm not allowed on the screen, but I'm going to go do this.
I know.
That was dirty.
I remember one time I was stop it. Now he's making dirty gestures to his own
No,
face.
that's what they did in that movie. I'm watching you.
I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Watching you. I remember one time I was texting with a boss and I said, "What would you like me to do?" I was like trying to be helpful. This is not our current boss. This is a previous boss with less sense of humor. And I said, "What would you like me to do?" And for some reason, it autocorrected like to dick. And it was like, "What would you dick? What would you like dick?" or something like
Yes.
that. And it was. No, it was
wow.
like, "Would you like dick?" I think is what it ended up auto.
Said, what would you like to do?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how that happened. And I was like, and you know, when you're moving so fast on
Yeah.
text messages, you're just like, brrr, boom, and just hit send. And then there's an absolute horror moment where you see what you've sent and you're like, like there's nothing I can do. I can't take it back. I can't stop it.
I
That's
will
the
tell
worst
you, I
feeling in
don't
the
have that
world.
filter. It doesn't bother me if I send someone something like that.
Well, I'm your boss, so clearly it doesn't matter. You
Well,
don't
now,
care.
The Apple software, the update now, you can edit text now. You can see not latest iOS.
No.
Well,
oh,
yeah,
maybe I haven't updated it. Like
Yeah, you-
latest?
Oh, yeah, I mean you can hit
Hold
edit
on,
now. You can
hold-
edit text
After
message.
you send it,
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, on the iPhone.
Test.
then what
Okay.
happens to the original?
Edit.
Yeah, you see the edit button.
If I'm texting you and I send it,
See, but you don't have an iPhone.
no,
Look
but I'm
at
just saying.
that. You
just
can.
In theory, if I send a text to you and I sent it
Yeah,
and you already received it,
yes,
I can still edit it.
I can. On
How do
my
you do
iPhone.
that? Because I just sent something to Shasta.
You sent me shit.
So
Okay.
I'm saying
Now
if
go
I had
in
an
and
iPhone,
hold it.
Hold it.
The
Oh,
edit.
edit.
Yeah.
You
So
just
then I
taught
put
us something.
shoot.
I didn't know this. And then, but if the person, but if you saw it already,
then they can't edit it.
I mean, you can, but you already see,
But then-
and it does say
But
edited.
yeah, they say edit down.
Paul
there.
doesn't
It
check,
does say
check his.
edited.
He doesn't check his
Yeah.
text messages for 3 hours. So you have
that's-
time
that's
if
a true
you
story.
edit Paul.
You have time. So, but you would still see it's edited. So you'd be like, I wonder what that said before.
So hopefully, if you're quick enough, you can fix it
You
before
can
the
fix
person
it.
seen the phone.
Yeah, but it creates the mystery, like
exactly
Shasta said.
Right.
what was it?
So
Yeah.
they see that it was edited, and you're like,
What did you say originally?
all right, bitch, what did you really say?
What'd you really say?
What are you really talking to us about? The worst, I hit a reply all one time. I need to use your rule. The no reply all button is just like
Yeah, I just-
non-existent. Because I did that one time years ago in a work email and said something rude about somebody who was
Because-
on the email.
Yeah,
if
I've
you
done that
reply
too.
to the one
It doesn't
person,
bother me.
Yeah.
and then you want to reply all, you're like, oh shit, I should have replied all.
Right, exactly.
So you just don't.
There's just a cone.
automatically
There's a
reply
cone
all.
of safety there.
But you could do unsend messages too now.
What?
Yeah, I just unsent
before they
something.
see it.
Hopefully, I
But
don't know.
will it say there was a message unsent?
It says you unsent a message. Shasta may still see the message on devices where the software hasn't
so
been
goofy.
updated.
Like on your iPad.
on your iPad.
Like, yeah,
Maybe.
Cody will
Uh-oh.
see. Okay.
You better just
you can
my
unsend.
testing that I just sent you.
Oh,
You
it
better
does
take
say
off your.
that. It
Yes.
does say that, though. It outs you.
Yeah.
Baby Huey unsent a message.
Yeah.
So
So
then I'm
the-
like,
the
oh,
mystery, yeah, what
now
if-
he doesn't have the balls to say
Yeah,
what he was
right,
going to
exactly.
say.
Retracted.
See, this could cause even bigger problems
I know.
because now you can assume that you
Now-
were going to say all
Can't
kinds
assume
of stuff.
anything. We know
Because
that
what does it do?
because it makes an ass out of you and me.
Exactly. One of my great life lessons from my dad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you could really run with
You can
that.
go back to old and just unsend all the
Hey,
stuff Lamont sent.
did we check and see if Baby Huey has anything on
No,
his phone?
you've been very quiet.
No, I mean, that's the thing. It's just like we're on a bunch of like group threads here at work, text messages with like other coworkers down the hall, and some of them just send so obscure text messages, things that they think they're super funny, inside jokes, dirty jokes. So that's my more concern about.
I save them all.
Yeah, but it's like the guys down the hall, they like trash talk with each other all the time throughout, the hockey season, baseball season. So it's just on my phone. I'm getting alerts of all this.
I hate that.
Conversations between everyone.
I don't want to be part of a group message.
No, I would ask to be removed. The only group messages that I'm actively in are you guys and a mom group that I'm in with Cody's best friend.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. It drives me nuts.
The only other thing I could think of is like just old dating apps that I use.
Oh.
Just like,
Oh, I'd love to see those.
Oh, do you still have like profiles that are just like living there?
Yeah, so that's the thing. I got to go through and just delete.
Oh, you better do that today because I'm going through them tonight.
Do you use any dating apps anymore, like currently?
Hinge was the latest one.
What was that?
Hinge.
Hinge?
Okay.
I haven't heard of that one.
So, yeah.
But you had others that are just like they're just up there.
Grindr.
You're just sitting there
No, not
floating
yours.
on. Did you say not yet?
No, not his.
Bumble?
Bumble, yeah, in the past. Yeah.
Fumble?
Mumble?
That's only for football players.
So no, but yeah, no, they just sit there right now.
Yeah,
in the ether.
In the ether.
Yeah.
See, that's what freaks me out. Is like we all have. You guys probably, well, maybe not you to know.
What's that?
MySpace profiles, like that stuff, just like lives
No,
out
I
there.
never was into MySpace.
You never got into MySpace?
Has that been deleted?
I don't think so.
Where's all that stuff now?
It's
All the
just
MySpace
there.
stuff.
I think it's still just sitting there.
Who's in your top 8?
Oh God, that's funny.
Because Musk said he was going to start deleting unused Twitter accounts.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how
I feel
long.
like my MySpace profile would be like a moment in time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Life was so
Can you still access it?
probably if I could figure out my password.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You don't even need to. You can go into the Wayback Machine.
What's Wayback Machine?
You haven't heard of the Wayback Machine?
that's the
I'm learning
website.
all kinds of
Where
stuff.
they take...
Yeah.
Oh, don't act like you know.
I do.
Tanel knows this one.
Yeah.
What they do is they take pictures of the internet, and it was just pictures upon pictures of all the websites.
All screen caps.
But it wasn't every day. They go like maybe every 3 days or 5 days. So if you would search a certain date
Yeah.
for Shasta MySpace, it might take you straight there.
Yeah, like you can find old Yahoo pages and stuff
What?
like that.
And
Yeah.
it's called what?
Wayback Machine, I think.
Yeah, I
Something
think
like
that's
that.
what it was.
Yeah.
So it's like
Been a
the
while since I
Google
checked it out.
Maps of the internet. Like
Yes.
they're taking pictures all the time of the internet.
Capturing. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Our old
Wow.
digital team used it once to see what the old Bone website design was.
That's what I used to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw a picture. That's how they got that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
Wayback Machine.
So they were like how the old website used to look, and for ideas. or
Whenever
whatever.
it was first created or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
What? That's fascinating.
So they use that to look up the old how it used to look and everything.
Have you ever stuck your foot in your mouth with ever text messages, sent them to the wrong person?
I was trying to shit talk some on a wrestling group thread I was on. So
How devastating.
I quickly was like, oh my God. So but I've been knock on wood, I've been pretty lucky. Like I'll look at the name before I hit send.
Yeah.
Just to double check.
I usually do, but sometimes I'm moving too fast. All right, we need to hear your horror stories. Actually, if you're on YouTube, leave them in the comments below.
Yes.
How fun is that to
Give
say?
us a thumbs up on the video.
Thumbs up, double
Hit the
thumbs
subscribe
up.
button.
Subscribe. There's Lamont's hand. Yeah, this YouTube is too fun. We'll eventually bring back Lamont once he's out of double secret probation. May
Maybe.
never happen.
I'll just do something to get banned again.
And we know you will. Just be glad you're not on the text thread from Lamont. That's all I'm here to say. God, I got to go fix my phone. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to 107.7 The Bone wherever you get your audio or on YouTube. And we'll talk to you next week. Love
Woot
you.
woot.
Bye.
See ya.